According to the headline of this video, I'll be telling you guys why, if I am opportune to, and if it is constitutionally allowed that Buhari is going to run for third term, I'm going to vote Buhari again. And let me say I'm going to vote APC again with Buhari in it, only if Buhari is their candidate. And why? I'm going to tell you why. The reason is this. The reason is because Buhari himself couldn't have the total control of the country, right? And he has a lot of people around him that are trying to fall him. So Buhari himself is not balanced. He is trying to satisfy the people. Buhari is trying to satisfy the people so that he can balance himself politically. This is what I'm trying to say. Buhari's political enemies in APC, they are incurring international sanctions on Nigeria and Nigerian government. What I'm trying to say is this: a lot of people, namely the likes of Atiku, the likes of Tinubu, right? They are meeting and aligning with some international power and international forces to block Nigeria from getting international business and economic advantages. For example, the purchase of Nigerian crude oil. China used to buy Nigerian oil before, right? Now Nigeria is looking for someone else that is going to be buying their oil. Not because China is no more interested. Nigeria is really having a hard time selling their crude oil, and that has really led to devaluation of naira. The value of naira has dropped. That's the number one effect, and everybody is blaming Buhari for it. Because forget the hypocrisy, forget the Tinubu is the one that helped Buhari to forget all these things, right? These guys, the likes of Tinubu, the likes of Atiku, they are all against Buhari. They are all against Buhari's government, right? And they are doing everything to fall his administration. Even though Buhari has always been a bad boy too. But the point is that the reason why I'm going to vote Buhari again is that there are some, if Buhari is trying his efforts to crush his enemies, these his enemies are actually enemies of the people, the likes of Tinubu and others. They haven't been doing anything that we can point at that, oh, this is a good thing that they have done for the people, because they have been political leaders for years, for decades, and we can't point out to a way that they have changed the lives of the majority of Nigerians, or even the majority of the people in their geographical milieu, where their political influences dominate. We all know Tinubu only goes politically, right? Oyo State, he owned Oyo State for about 8 years, right? For 8 years, Oyo State, he's been dominating Oyo State for over 10 years now, right? What have they been able to show for all these things? They haven't been able to show anything for it. So since Tinubu hasn't been able to show anything for it, that means he's an enemy of the people. He doesn't want the progress of the people. He doesn't care about a better life for every Nigerian, right? So these guys, Tinubu wants to be the president. I don't want to bullshit around, right? But you see, all the pressures from PDP, all the pressures from the internal crisis of APC, those things have been challenging Buhari, right, to put in more work in caring about the common Nigerians. Why? Because when the NSAS protest came, even before the NSAS protest came, right, the agitation for...
Yeah, hello my people, it's Sodara Baba again. Today I've brought you Books for Token. Books for Token is a company, that sell ebooks, whatever ebooks that you're looking for, whether online or you've been looking for a book at the bookshop and you can't find. Simply send Books for Token a message and they are going to get the book for you in PDF format and every other ebook format, and you're gonna pay them a token for that. Any book that you want, maybe it's about history, health, motivational books, inspirational books, and textbooks, any type of book that you want, medical books, law books, whatever book that you want. So far you want it in ebook format, just send them a message and pay them a token. They are going to get the book for you, within few seconds. So patronize them and send them by sending them a message on any of their social media handles, or send them a message on their WhatsApp, right? Or send them a message on their or send them an email and they are going to attend to you. All right, so take care.
Ududua Republic has been in question, has been in the news since over a year now, since 2015, no, since 2019, ever since after the 2019 election, they have been talking about whether Nigeria is going to break or not. We know all these political enemies of Buhari are the ones behind all these news, right? So when Corona thing started in Nigeria, we all knew that it's only a restriction that Nigeria actually need. That 6-month lockdown that we had in Nigeria, Nigeria doesn't need it, and Nigerians don't need it because it's paralyzed the economy. The economy that was shaking before, it's paralyzed it totally, and we are just recovering. Nigeria don't need it. Buhari placed us on that lockdown so as to avert all these NSAS protests, Ududua Republic protest, all this revolutionary whatever. That is why he placed us on that. Was the name. What happened immediately after the 6 months lockdown? The 6 month lockdown happened, ended in June or so. No, was it in June? Not even in June. It was around August. Yeah, around August. That was when it really stopped, right? And the likes of Lagos State, they were still placing some restrictions, some weekend restrictions, and some night restrictions at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, right? All the nationwide coronavirus lockdown restrictions, the time restrictions, everything ended totally around August, September. October, what happened? Toward the end of September, what happened? NSAS protest came. NSAS protest came immediately. It came like immediately after the lockdown. NSAS protest came in straight. That was the thing that Buhari is trying to avert. So since Buhari knew that they could use NSAS against him, so he knew Buhari didn't know they could come from the NSAS direction. Buhari actually thought they were going to come from the economy direction, right? So what Buhari did was that Buhari used under the pretense of through the Nigerian businessmen, all these Tony Elumelu, all the Dangotes and all these people. Buhari said, they are the ones that are trying to help Nigerians with some money, so that people can start their businesses. Buhari shared 50 billion naira COVID-19 loan to people. I don't think they are actually going to collect that money back because the trader money that they said they were going to collect, they are not collecting it back yet. They are not collecting it. Despite that they have people's BBN, they are not collecting it. They didn't collect it back, and I don't think they are going to collect this back too. Buhari is doing good for the people, not because he wants to do good for the people, but because he doesn't want his enemies, his political enemies, to use the people against him. Because if we all are seeing a wrong thing about Buhari, right? You are hungry, your business failed due to lockdown. Your business failed due to Buhari's administration and Buhari's administration's bad decision, the bad decisions of Buhari's government. If they say Buhari is bad, you agree Buhari is bad. If they say let's protest against Buhari, you would join them. If they say let's cause violence to chase Buhari's government away, of course you would join them, right? But your business failed and you collect and you just received an alert of 1 million naira, with the fear that you are going to return that 1 million naira in a year. Even probably I don't think they are going to collect it back, but let's say with the fear that you are going to pay that 1 million naira, with that fear in your mind, what do you think would happen? Of course you are going to leave the fight and face your business. You are going to look out for how you are going to make the most out of the money you just collected. That is it. You are going to look for a way to make the most out of what you have just collected. And you see, some people don't even have businesses before COVID-19. Some people don't even have businesses. They have been living on shitty life. Their lives haven't been balanced before COVID-19 happened. Before the COVID-19 lockdown happened. So when Buhari was trying to pacify the people and he's trying to please people with this COVID-19 package of the people who got the list of that loan for everyone who applied, they didn't distribute it through all these political units and all these ward and local government. No, they were delivering it to people's bank accounts with their BVN. some people don't even have anything going on for them. Their life is actually having problems, right? But due to the fact that this is what happened, they are able to benefit from, they are able to fish from that troubled water. They are able to benefit from the crisis that is going on that Buhari is trying to avert. And their life is rolling. You know, they are able to set up some small businesses and get their life rolling now. That is what I'm talking about. Nigeria, there are only two options. There are only two ways to rescue this country from the problems, from the wrath and evil of bad leaders. Number one is to look for someone who is patient enough to push Nigeria gradually. Just stay back, push Nigeria gradually. If this leader is not good, you know, Tinubu is the one who is actually capable of these things, but he is too desperate for power. He's not being able to straighten the path of this government to where it should be. He's focusing on something else.
Yeah, hello my people, it's Sodara Baba again. Today I've brought you Books for Token. Books for Token is a company, you know, that sell ebooks, whatever ebooks that you're looking for, whether online or you've been looking for a book at the bookshop and you can't find. Simply send Books for Token a message and they are going to get the book for you in PDF format and every other ebook format, you know, and you're gonna pay them a token for that. Any book that you want, maybe it's about history, health, motivational books, inspirational books, and you know, textbooks, any type of book that you want, you know, medical books, law books, whatever book that you want. So far you want it in ebook format, just send them a message and pay them a token. They are going to get the book for you, you know, within few seconds. So patronize them and send them by sending them a message on any of their social media handles, or send them a message on their WhatsApp, right? Or send them a message on their or send them an email, you know, and they are going to attend to you. All right, so take care.
Someone that can put this country on a pause, like, you know, you want to rush to, you know, Buhari is rushing to do some things. Buhari is rushing to do trains, to do all these Lagos Ibadan. What's the name? Look, before this country was running when there was no train, right? On what were this country running? Lagos Ibadan Expressway. They haven't finished it since the past 15 years now. That they have been doing it, right? Let's fix this road. Fix that one first. After fixing it, move to those things that are basics. Buhari's government is trying to do. Let's do this, so that people won't talk about this, so that we can have some achievements, so that we can. No, they are chasing the news. They don't want to put the country on a pause. We need someone who can put the country on a pause, not structurally and not functionally, but let me say, in the media, there's going to be a pause about this country in the media. Less drama, less need for the government to rush and do things that is not necessary. I'm not saying the train and all these facilities are not necessary. They are actually necessary, right? I'm only telling you that there are some things that while the government is fixing these trains, they are doing all these all other things that they are doing, there are several other things that they should do too. Before all these things that they are doing, before all these things came, the country was running on something before. The roads and airports, and every now and then Nigeria is still having air crash. So all these things should be fixed. So in short, the likes of Tinubu, they are inconveniencing Buhari, and due to that, Buhari is doing well for the people. I'm not saying Buhari is doing I'm not saying Buhari's administration is good. No, what I'm saying is that Buhari is striving to be better than how worse he is. Buhari is reducing his evil. If Buhari wants to do 100 evil for Nigerians, right? Because of the fact that the likes of Buhari, the likes of Tinubu, the likes of Atiku, the likes of Ibadu, they are going to use those informations against him, and they are going to use it to paint him bad in front of the people that are probably going to come out for him, against him, to make a protest and bring up an effective revolution that will strip him of power. He is reducing those things. All those northerners, impunity that he was doing, Hmm? He's no more doing those things. Not that he's not doing it, but he's reducing it. Right? Why? Because of the enemies that are, because of the eagles, because of the hawks that are hovering over his head. That is the point. That is the point. So if Tinubu is still in APC and they want to field Buhari again, of course I'm going to vote for Buhari so that they can keep fighting. And while they are fighting, we Nigerians, let me say the middle class and the lower class Nigerians, are going to be the one that will have their life improved. I'm telling you, we are going to have our lives improved. Unless the people that are not opening their eyes, just open your eyes, just open it. Open your eyes to see what is going on. And listen to people like me who are going to update you if they are trying to play any prank with you. And if there is any benefit that is, look, Nigeria, except for wars, except for wars that are going to involve a big loss of lives, just like the Biafra thing. Those are the things that we have to avoid, right? But all these 1983 nullified election, the only thing that pained me about that was that the election was reported as one of the most credible elections Nigeria has ever conducted, and it was nullified. I was pained about that. But all the political hanky-panky they played, and of course I'm not pained. Why? Because the likes of Abiola and the likes of Abiola was allegedly funded military governments too. He aided military governments severally. So he came back trying to say, oh, he wanted to be a democratic president. No. Look, life has a way of working against you if you have worked against the rules of life. So I can say what happened, it was what should have happened that happened. So for Nigeria to be better, our oppressors must be fighting. The only thing we have to avert as Nigerians is wars. I mean wars that's going to involve hundreds of lives being lost, thousands of lives, even a life being lost. But when it comes to political problems against themselves, of course you can go on. I want Buhari should be fighting at Saraki. Saraki should be fighting at Atiku. The people are going to benefit from it. The people are going to benefit from it. Why do you think when the election is coming, money flows around? Money flows around. The people in the country benefit from the system of the country, right? The Yalojas, money flows to them. No matter the area you are, money will flow to you unless you are maybe you are an internet marketer, or you are a digital marketer, or you are a what's the name, or a LinkedIn stuff, right? That doesn't really have a lot of role to play in the. Hello people, it's Solara Baba again, and today I've come to you with Solara Baba Herbs. As we all know that health is wealth. Due to a lot of crisis and chaos going on around the world today, most people are no longer paying attention to their health. And as well, there is a lot of diseases out there, infections, and as well several other health challenges that the solutions are not in our modern hospitals, not only in Nigeria but as well abroad. That is why we have come together, me and a group of young and some old people too. We've come together to bring you Solara Baba Herbs. We are here to cater for your health challenges, to take care of your health challenges, to find solution to your health problems. Solution to all your health problems, be it malaria, typhoid, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, prostate enlargement, hypertension, stroke, any health problems you might be having. The solution is with Solara Baba Herbs. Send a message to them on any of their social media handles that is appearing on your screen right now, and make sure that your health is intact. Don't forget that health is wealth. Take care of your body, take care of your health. I'm gonna see you soon. In the Nigerian society too much, or maybe you are a what's the name of this freelance website? Maybe you are a fever graphic designer or a fever writer, right? And you are getting gigs from India, you are getting a lot of things. You are getting gigs from India to design graphics. You are getting this from America to design a website. You know, things like that. Most of those things doesn't really have to do with politics, right? But when the political, but if you are in the system, you are into transportation business, you are into businesses that have a big market that serves a lot of people in the country. Those type of businesses, even if you are doing jobs that are in those areas, when election is coming, you will benefit from it. Why? Because the politicians are vulnerable. Because the politicians are looking for they are looking for the favor of the people. They are looking for approval of the people. They want the people to pay attention to them. Atiku is contesting against Buhari. So they pour money to the people. It is the same psychology in the 2018 election. Jonathan is contesting against Buhari, so Jonathan is pouring money to the people so that they can campaign. The NSAS protest is happening, right? They want to instigate the people against the government, right? What happened? You know, they were sharing money. They were they were sharing food, free charging, free a lot of things. I'm not going to lie to you. NSAS protest was like a paradise. People who attended can tell. People were cheerful, enough food, people helping each other out. Why? Because there's a lot of money, there's enough money to go around, there's enough food to go around, there's enough everything to go around. Free data are being shared on internet. There is free things to enough things, so nobody have an aggression. There's no aggression in anybody's blood. So they are pouring money to the people. It's like they are campaigning to the people, so people can go out to protest against the government. I'm not saying protesting against the government is bad. I'm not saying whether you don't protest is also bad. I'm only trying to let you know the mechanism of what is going on in Nigerians. So in 2023, they say Buhari again. In 2023, Raji Jami Ulubuola, I will vote Buhari again in 2023 if Tinubu is going to be in APC and they are going to be running that party together and be running that candidacy together. I will vote Buhari again in 2023. Whether you like it or not, my opinion. What am my opinion? But that is what you should do too, huh? All right. So thank you for watching. Kindly like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna see you some other time.